What's up guys, Putty here, and welcome back to another episode of my HSV series. In the last part, I nerd raged for a little bit, and we lost to Hanover in epic proportions. Since then, we have slipped back into Champions League places. Thank God, because I was going crazy last time. As you may remember, I apologise, I do still like this game. Since then, we have beaten Gladbach 3-1, Sydney Sam hat-trick, and we beat Osnabrück 1-0 with a Florian Meyer goal, and we have slipped back into the Champions League. As you can see, things are quite tight for the final day of the season. Basically, if somebody loses and the other two win, then they go through. Any two of these three could end up in Champions League spots. HSV, Hanover, or Dortmund. If we win, we're definitely through. Same with Hanover. But if one of us draws, if either of us draw and Dortmund win, then they go through instead of us. If we both draw and Dortmund win, then us and Dortmund go through. If Hanover win, if we draw, Hanover win, and Dortmund win, then we're out of the Champions League spots. For those of you who haven't been watching the series, top 3 go through to the Champions League. So, if you're wondering about the fixtures for today, they are Dortmund play Dusseldorf, we play Wolfsburg, and the toughest tie, I believe, Hanover play Stuttgart. The biggest tie is Bayern versus Schalke, but as you can see, the title race has been wrapped up for quite some time now. Congratulations to Dortmund. Bayern. Congratulations to them indeed. The team is pretty much a first team with the exception of Neil Taylor, because I will not be renewing his contract in the summer, so I thought I'd give him a final run out. And Sydney Sam, who is retiring in the summer, so big send off to him, who has played here for 3 years and done very, very well in his time. Very, very well. Wouldn't exactly call him a HSV legend, but he is a very good player, and he's done his bit. One last thing is Patrick Herrmann is unhappy at Gladbach, which will hopefully mean he will not sign a new contract. He won't come to us because we're rivals with Gladbach, but I'm hoping once his contract expires, the 30th of next month, that he will drop his bias and just sign a contract with us. Also, Marc-Andre ter Stegen has still not signed a new contract, so we're hoping for that to expire as well, same time. And for those of you wondering, yes, Gladbach are officially relegated. No relegation battle at all. Dusseldorf are in the playoffs. Gladbach and Cottbus are relegated. We can, however, show you the Bundesliga 2. And it's all still to play for in the Bundesliga 2. 1 second. Let me see how many, 18 teams, so it's the same amount of games. So they've only got 1 game left too. And it really is all to play for. Let's see. Is it the top 2 go up and then 1 is in the playoffs? I assume that's about right. Qualification. Yeah, top 2 teams win promotion to the Bundesliga. Thought so. So Karlsruhe look to be coming right back up, but Union Berlin could be up next year. Another team from Munich, Mainz, Frankfurt are still in the running, definitely. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So those Frankfurt and up are still possible to qualify for anything, and still involved in the title race is Mainz and up. Okay, let's get into this then. So yeah, it's just Wolfsburg. I don't think we're gonna have much trouble. Hopefully we won't. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just hoping we get a solid result here, and don't concentrate on the other results. All we need to do is win, and we are in the Champions League. It's kind of weird thinking that Dortmund might not be, though. Dortmund might not be in the Champions League next year. That would be really weird. HSV, Bayern, and Hanover. An interesting combination. Stindl, is Meyer onside? He is, and he has scored. HSV lead at the end section, as usual. As usual. That's cocky. It's a good ball. I didn't check to see if he was on side, but all credit to you, Florian Meyer. You have been very good this year. I think that's his 18th league goal this year. And he is still getting better at the ripe old age of 23 right now. 24 actually, I think he is now. So yeah, he's only going to get better. 1-1. He's offside. Marcel Forster. Yeah, Florian Meyer is only going to get better as time goes on. So, it's brilliant. You'll tell you Welsh bastard, get better. Florian Meyer takes it to the right. Sidney Sam, great cross, and Yassine Haji can't distinguish it. Neither can Grosskreutz. Meyer's offside. But it was a great save from Heats. Anyway, Heats. So have any of you guys noticed how German names a lot of the time have foreign spelling? Is that the way to, like, how do I explain this? The word that's coming to mind is Americanization, but I know it's not Americanization because it's Britishization. It's a really good chance. Kirchhoff couldn't sort his feet out there. Anyway, but it's basically like a Romanized. Now Romanized spelling is coming to mind. But the one I'm thinking of is Mario Götze. And yes, it's pronounced Götze. I'm pretty sure about that. I seen it spelled in like English language, translated as Goetz, and spelt like that, not like the G emphasized O-R-T-Z-E. It was something like G-O-E-T-S-E. I think I did that right, and I'm sure I've seen that like as a oof. That is a poacher's effort. Can Meyer score 20 league goals before the end of the season? That's a very good question. Before we see the replay, yeah, he's got to score a hat-trick to score 20 league goals. Can Florian Meyer score a hat-trick tonight and get to 20 league goals for the second season running? That's a hell of a goal. I'm sorry. I know you're going to call that a poacher's effort, but a lot of the times people don't get to that on FM. So I'm very happy with that. Sorry about the nerd rage on the last one. Whenever I feel good about a match after I lost, it's an instant reply in the live comms anyway. Next season, I'd like to talk about next season now. I'll move on from the Goetze thing because it wasn't really going anywhere. Next season I want to do Meyer should have had a bigger run at that, because Haji, that was a brilliant pass. If Meyer just kept on running, Haji could have definitely threaded Meyer through then. Lamachk. Rajkovic has got to win it, and he has. But Stindl hasn't. Ooh, this is dangerous. Forster and Rajkovic tidies up perfectly, thank you. And Jan Kirchhoff's tidying up. Why can't you play like this all season? They are definitely not on their holidays early. They are definitely working to keep a clean sheet on the last day of the season. Anyway, next season, I am hopefully going to do a hell of a lot more live comms. I don't know whether I'm going to take it to the extreme like some people do and do a monthly live comm, but I'd like to do more of them. Like I always seem to do most of my live comms at the tail end of the season, and that's obvious because, you know, the exciting parts are at the end of the season. But I know an FM series should show like parts throughout the season, and I've never shown a group stage match in the Europa League, and next year, yeah, no, unless a very nasty miracle happens, we're going to be in the Champions League next year. So, you know, I've never shown the group stages at all, and we qualified from both of them, so maybe I should show some of that. And obviously early parts of the league. I don't think I did a league live comm in the in the 2023 part of the season this year. 2022. Because I did a Super Cup game, and then I did a Pokal game. So whether I should show more at the start of the season, and as we progress, Meyer's onside for 20 league goals. Anyway. God, Rashkovic is being a beast today. He is not letting Wolfsburg play at all. As soon as like the Wolfsburg strikers or midfield get on the ball, brilliant pass. The first touch let him down. Grosskreutz, this is why we're replacing you with Patrick Herrmann. No, I'm kidding. I love Grosskreutz. I really do. I've grown to love him. If I had known about how many great inside forwards there are in Germany when I was at Liverpool, I would have bought him. Without a doubt. Like, any time I play FM12 from now on, from the start, I'm buying all of the German inside forwards that I love. Like Grosskreutz and Mendler and Sam and Herrmann. Just because I love them so much now. What was I even saying? Yeah, I want to show more at the start of the season so you can see the team when we're not fighting for something, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. I also want to... what was I going to talk about? Well, game on, I guess. Fair play, great cross, great finish, but still, I thought the defense was going to be up for it today. Petrovic, Neil Taylor, and then Chris Kershaw. Fair enough. Anyway, like I was saying, I want to do more analysis and things and showing you different reasons why I've done certain decisions. Like I like the 100% live kind of FM series that are not 100% live, but the ones that are like they show what happens in between matches. I like those ones because they definitely go further on the decision making processes. Thing is, they don't last that long. Those guys don't, anyway, because it is difficult to do things like that, especially if you don't have a very good computer. But even if you do, it's hard to do things like that because anytime you want to play the game, you just gotta boot up the recording software. And as you guys know, I never stick to my livecom schedule because I just want to play the game sometimes. You know, guys, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's why. Yeah. So instead of doing like more live stuff, I'm gonna just do a bit more analysis where I'm like, alright, this is why I bought this guy in detail. This is why I bought this guy. This is why I'm trying to buy this guy. This is why I've changed the tactics in this way. Go into the tactics in depth. Like, I've never done that. I've never gone into my tactics in depth, even though I do have some pretty in-depth tactics right now. Alright, sorry about that. Had to go take care of something. Now I am back. Well done, guys. Keep it up. Yeah, but this is room for improvement. I thought he played decently. Okay? Shush. No pressure on you today. Passionately, I have faith. Sydney, it's your last game. Come on, give it a bash out there, will you? Alright, how are things going in the other games? Dusseldorf missed a penalty, and Thaler is the only goal in Dusseldorf for Dortmund. And Hanover are behind. Oof, an early goal and then two even... an early goal and then two... Alright, a really early goal and then two early goals put them behind. And the live table right now will mean Dortmund are in the Champions League spots. Yeah, so, big result currently coming out of Stuttgart. But Dortmund aren't exactly holding a powerful lead in... aren't exactly holding a powerful lead in Dusseldorf, neither. And very possibly, Hanover could turn things around. Maya heads it down. Grosskreutz. Hashi slips in Stindl, who's got himself into a really good position, but was quite greedy or failed at a cross. I couldn't tell if that was a shot or a cross, but if it was a shot, it was a bad one. And if it was a shot, it was greedy, and if it was a cross, it was a bad one. Haji, Maya can't win it, neither can Lamach, who is fouled, and he will be shown the second yellow card of the game. Haji can hit them from here. Well, can't really see in 3D, but didn't look far. Hits, probably hits. Taylor, risky pass there, but a great one to Sydney Sam for his last game in professional football. Oh, it would be a fairy tale if he can score, but if he can just get an assist, that'd be nice. Stindl, who is the other yellow card tonight, wins the corner. Well, Yasin Haji does. Stindl to take the corner. Alright, Slobodan Rajkovic fouls Weber. And the game seems to be slowing down a bit. We are still not secure in our Champions League spot, so I'm going to refrain from just focusing on that as Forster, I think it was, or Forber, rattles the bar, and Grosskreutz is adjudged to have fouled when he had the ball going forward. What happened there? That's happened way too much lately. And that's the third yellow card of the game. There's Weber, who might have just hit the post, bar, thingy-majing. Meyer, back to Lamask. Can Grosskreutz win it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he did or not, but in the end it was a Wolfsburg possession. And that could have been spectacularly crap. Dortmund have secured their lead in Dusseldorf, and Hanover are still trailing in Stuttgart. And we are losing control of the match. So, if that happens, what do? You bloody change your instructions. It never works in FM because you have no control over your players whatsoever. But, that, I don't know. I like to feel like maybe it'll work for once. Sometimes it does, and that's very satisfying, but usually it doesn't. Taylor, Haji really far up there. No offsides from a throw-in, of course. Chris Kirchhoff. Great ball, and Grosskreutz is surely offside. Yep. Fair enough. Do not argue with the referee now, Grosskreutz. We do not need you suspended. Haji hasn't got a yellow card, has he? No, okay, good. Haji is one yellow card off a suspension, and that suspension would take him into next season. And if he doesn't get a yellow card tonight, that suspension would be ruled out. So you know what I mean. If he gets another one, he'll be suspended next season. But if he doesn't, then he'll be off his yellow cards, because yellow cards get wiped at the end of the season, but suspensions don't. Which the way I said that, it sounded like that's a bad system. It's a good system, I think. If you get suspended, you should serve your oh god, that's a terrible cross. If you get suspended, you should serve your suspension eventually. But yellow cards should not carry over through seasons. Whoa! I need to start making some changes. Changes before these guys get sent off. No analysis. Later scores. Dortmund have confirmed their place in next year's Champions League, and Hanover are still trailing. And it looks like Dortmund will be in next year's Champions League, but it also looks like HSV will be second, and will take part in their first Champions League in over like 20 years. I don't have anyone to bring on for Grosskreutz. Yeah, that works. Bashkim Kadri, no pressure. Ingo Forkas, no pressure. Stindl. Oh, brilliant ball. Grosskreutz has to finish, and does. Kevin Grosskreutz finishes and confirms HSV's place in next year's Champions League. What a ball. What a run. What a terrible defense. Well, a goal from Kevin Grosskreutz and a brace from who else but Florian Meyer sends HSV into the Champions League 2023-2024. And it looks like Hanover have thrown away their Champions League season. Murala, I think... No. I thought he was going to keep his goal to appearance ratio pretty clean, but he still won over, which isn't bad. I still think Morales had a brilliant season. Grosskreutz to wrap it up. I think that sums up our season pretty well. Great performance, but very stupid sometimes. Yes! HSV are in the Champions League! Yes! Oh, Hanover leveled! Hanover equalised! Wait, what does this mean? Nothing. Oh, that's gutting. That is gutting. Oh, that is gutting for them. But us, we have finished second. But look at that gap. And if you look at the value of Dortmund's player, I keep saying Dortmund, Bayern's players also, you know, we're never going to be able to crack that. But we are in the Champions League. Passionately. Nice victory, guys. Well done. Who's the man of the match? Who else? Florian Meyer, surely. Yep, as it always is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through the team quite quickly. Not going to press continue. I'm just going to show you rough stats. Obviously, this match excluded. Florian Meyer this season has had 19 goals in the league. A little bit worse than last season, but not by much. Yeah, if you look at that. Yeah, it isn't even that by any. It isn't even by anything. He hasn't had a worse season at all. Still couldn't hit the heights of his first season though, but that's fine. Again, he's only gonna get better. He's 24, 5, 3, 7, 3. He is still 23. Lovely. So let's take a look at the squad and the players who are going to be leaving, possibly, and the players who I'm excited for next year. Davis Lemke is still, I think, a wonder kid keeper. Stats are looking pretty good, really good actually. His report though tells me that his potential is still nowhere near being reached as a 4.5 star potential player. Look at him, he's so pale. What's that? Look at him. Oh, he's so pale. He's a bit ginger. Love it. Andreas Stronjak does look like a nice young player. He plays with real professionalism. I've noticed he's very calm on the ball, composure. Is that a stat? You can see, yes it is. I think he's got more composure than that. As you can see, it's only going up. I think he's a really good looking player. He could be in the first team right now. And the fact that he's 19 years old really excites me. His reports look good as well. Yeah, so yeah, I think he's a really good player. Great player to have around the team. He's been here for about 2 years now. German youngster. I like bringing them players in. I found it really easy to bring German youngsters in. Much easier than I found it to bring English youngsters in. Or Welsh youngsters. Obviously Welsh youngsters, but English youngsters in. Matthias Lamach is still a 4.5 rated player. 10 million euros. And currently the only player in the squad to be in the German national squad. Although I do reckon... Oh, obviously real players aren't called up to the German national squad right now. Although I do reckon Florian Meyer will break that German national squad this year, hopefully. Sami Diesel is still here. Hopefully he'll be around for a couple of years, add a few goals. Pavel Hruska is still here. I'm hoping he'll stick around for a few more years as well, because he's a very good player. But if a 5 million euro bid comes in for him, I'll be very hard pressed to turn that down. I'm sorry. I just noticed how much he's worth. I thought he was worth less than that. Torres, I'm probably going to have to loan out next year, possibly look to sell, but I want him to be good because his name is Torres. Oh, why? Marcus Mendel's going to be here next year, first team player without a doubt. He's got 3 years left in him at least. Sam's retiring. Legend. We'll go through his career. We'll go through his career now. Nigerian. Grosskreutz, 34. Got at least a year left in him. But we are hopefully going to bring in Patrick Herrmann, who is 30 himself, but, you know, to replace him. Roman looks like he has developed this year. I have really looked good. I think he looks really good. Farkas is a bit of an issue for me. I brought him in to replace Volkan Bas, and he has played okay. And he came into his stride mid-season. He had I think that's the problem, actually, is his work rate. But, you know, I think he's been okay. And, you know, he's 28. He's in his prime. He's not fantastic. But if he's happy to sit on the bench for most of the season, then he can stay. And he can play a few games. And he can contribute. Domagoj. Yeah, Domagoj Vida brought in for a bit of experience, and I think he has definitely influenced the team, and he's played okay when he's played. So yeah, Marwan Mancine, I keep saying Marwan. Michael Mancine, English, HSV legend, plays for him in real life. He's not going anywhere until he retires, without a doubt. In my mind, Morales still sticking strong. And yep, last thing we need to do, Sidney Sam. Sidney Sam, legend, absolute legend. Never capped by Germany because he wasn't capped in real life, and you can't call up real life players to the German national squad in this game. Unfortunate, he probably would have had 10 caps for Nigeria. Great player. Attacking midfielder, right, plays with a left foot. Hell of a poacher. Great clinical accuracy. Has had a couple of good years with us. But, you know, Leverkusen legend. Started with us, actually. Well, not started with us, but came to Germany with us a long time ago. Yeah, that's it. I like that. Guys, he's had a quiet career, but he's been a staple of German football for, oh God, almost 20 years. Seriously. He has been playing for 20 years exactly, and for 18 of those years he's been playing in Germany, and he's been a pretty quality player throughout. I mean, he's had a couple of standout seasons with Leverkusen, and his best season apparently was this year, even though he didn't really find his place in the team. He made his most appearances for Kaiserslautern. Kaiserslautern? Really? That sounds really bad. Anyway, he made his most appearances for Kaiserslautern. Anyway, I will see you guys next season, where we will be in the Champions League. Yes. But for now, we also hopefully have Patrick Herrmann and Marc-Andre ter Stegen with us from Gladbach. And yeah, but for now, let's say goodbye, at least in FM terms, to one of Germany's greatest footballers. The greatest German footballer to never earn a cap. Except that's actually Mario Götze. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys next season, and hopefully you appreciate the work Sidney Sam has put into this series. And if he has a Twitter, which I'm not sure if he does, make sure you tell him Puddy loves you. I'll see you guys for next season, Season 4 of HSV Road to Stability, which at this point is pretty much Road to Glory, because we're pretty stable. Whatever, I can't do intros. I'll see you guys next year.